Okay, so welcome back. So I have here open the TradingView chat and PineScript, small doubts are welcome. So I have here my TradingView chat and my YouTube chat so that I can read questions or whatever you need to know. So today we are going on this Zignaly PineScript library video. This is part 7. So we need to improve the different input sections. So I'm going to show you what the hell is this? I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Is it here? Okay, what the hell is happening with the Bitcoin price? It has gone quite low. Oh my god. Well, yeah, so this is the Zignaly template, which is the template that I'm using to test the library. And this needs to be polished because the inputs, most of it I have polished them, but there are some more inputs that need some polish. So the last thing that we did here was the two older inputs. So you can see how they look quite nice. And here you have the RSI protection, okay, and this probably can be modified so that we have less text here. We can move the default values to here, to the info tooltips, okay. And so this is what we are going to do. So I think we can have the RSI protection for long and for short in the same line, or maybe not. I'm not sure. Okay, let's try with a single line and see how it goes. So here we have the Zignaly template, and yeah. So let's search the long RSI protection and so on. Try to fix it. So we are going to open this on the bottom buffer so that it's easier to work with it. Okay, so the first thing we need here is title, if you want. So this is going to be what's the name? RSI protection inputs. Okay, so on the top place I'm going to find some text to do some copy and paste so that I can do everything. Okay, so here we have a long, short, and so on. So if we want everything in the same line, we can do it. If we do everything much smaller. So what you want here is a tooltip here that explains everything. So this is the tooltip will be not greater than 45.0. So this is long, not greater than 24, and then you've got short, not lower than 58. So these are the the defaults value. So this is defaults, and then we have long and short. So here we can, what we can do is so long. So by default this is disabled, okay? Defaults long disabled, and not greater than 25, and then you also have disabled and no yeah, let me see, short disabled and not lower than 58. That's right. So now we can try to put everything into the same line, like using this in line. So the same RSI protection in line. So here, here, and here, and we can also remove everything here. Just write L so that we know that this is long, and just write here S so that we know that this is short. So now if we try this thing here, we should have better input, probably everything into a single line. Okay, let's wait for this to refresh. Compiling. It takes a lot, not sure why, but yeah, okay. Okay, so now we should have this RSI protection. So now we have long disabled by default, not greater than 45, short disabled, not lower than 58. And defaults, you need to write here this thing, because otherwise it's not fun. So RSI protection, do you want long protection, do you want short protection? You do it with this. So the next thing what we can do is use custom time frame 3 hours. Yes, we can do this. We can remove this true and 3 hours and put it on the tooltip, and then the RSI length and the RSI source, we can put them in a single line too. So let's try to do this so that everything is nice. So instead of use custom time frame, we can say custom time frame. Okay, and we can have a tooltip. So RSI protection tool. Okay, we can have a tooltip here, which is going to be defaults. Default is going to be enabled. Wait, no. Custom time frame. Wait a moment, please. Yeah, use custom time frame. But the tooltip needs to be on the last line, which is this one here. Okay, so tooltip should be here. So default is enabled, okay, and then the default is 3 hours. So nice. custom time frame. Yeah, okay. Then the next thing we want to do is put everything in a single line here, because there's no reason why not to do that. And so what we need is an inline related to RSI. So this is RSI protection RSI, because that's how you define the RSI. So this needs to be both here and here, and then you can set the tooltip to explain what are the defaults. So defaults are length 24 and source, it's going to be close. Okay, and we should close the tooltip. I think that's how we want to do it. Let's try this on TradingView. Okay, so now we have this here, and let's see how the inputs look like. So you've got custom time frame. Okay, I have missed to remove these 3 hours. So default enable, default 3 hours. That's nice. And here you have the length is 14, and yeah, I have forgotten to work with the titles. So what you want in this RSI, which has the custom time frame, we don't want to show the default settings because we have the tooltip for that. And then down here what we want is we just want RSI title, because everything is about RSI. You already know that this is RSI, and okay, let me see how this is going right now. So now, where the hell is this? Okay, now we have RSI protection. So we have the RSI and we have length and source. You know it's RSI because custom time frame, default enable in 3 hours. And we also have this. So this is right. Let's save these changes so that we can move on. So this should be RSI protection input section improvement. RSI protection. That's it. So yeah, let's go on. So let's check the next section. The next section is the query closing lines, which I think yeah, are here because RSI closing query closing lines, it's something that I use to close everything. So we already have some inputs related to this. So we have this use and show. We already have this in another input, like here, enable show. So what we are going to do to the false. We are going to do is copy and paste so that this is the same thing as above there, and then we need to find a way of, I don't know if putting 4 of these inputs here or how to do it, but yeah, maybe 4 we cannot do that, but okay, let's see how we do this query closing lines. So probably we want to source. Yeah, probably we cannot make this better, but we should be able to remove all the default values so that this is nice. Okay, so so here we have the query closing line inputs, and on the top we're going to search for this enable disable, which we have here, which I'm going to copy and paste. However, I mean, this needs to be fixed so that it shows what we want to use. So this is the group query closing lines. Okay, group query closing lines, and the line needs to be the right one, which is this one here. Then everything else, yeah, I mean, the variables need to be updated. And now everything should be right, because the defaults are also false, so this is going to be perfect. Okay, the next thing we want to fix is this line here. So we want a tooltip here on the end so that you can check the defaults for the high NA. So let's do it. So these tooltips, we can copy and paste it in the last one of the inputs, which I think it's the source one here. So it's defaults. No, it's defaults. So here you have the default MI type is an SMA, and then you can say MI length is 20. That's right. And then you can say that MI source is going to be OHLC4. So once you have everything as a tooltip, you can remove it from the original title so that you only have high NA, and everything is much easier to read. Here we have this one. So this should be quite easy to do. So it's a tooltip here. So tooltip, it's going to be default length. Length is going to be 5, and that's it. Okay. So now we should make the same thing with the query closing line. We should do the same thing that we did here. So we make sure that we have the same inline for the 3 of them. That's right. And then we should have a tooltip. So let's copy and paste the tooltip that we have for high. Let's copy and paste it here. And now we're going to say that the default is SMA. Okay. The length is going to be 25 and the source is going to be OHLC4. So this is nice. So let's make the title smaller. Okay, low closing MA. Then finally we should have the same thing here for this tooltip. So let's copy and paste this tooltip here so that the full length is 10. That's it. Now I can remove this 10 from here, and this is the length, highest MA length. Okay, let's check how everything is looking right now. So everything here, let's see how better it's shown or not. Well, look at that, 23,000 is being penetrated, or whatever you want to call it. Let's see what we have here. RSI protection. Okay, curricles in lines. So you have enable show by default, or both of them are false, high MA, and you have the default value here. This should be the same thing. What about the highest MA length? That's nice. And the lowest MA length is also here. Yeah. So we could put this in a single line. This one and this one, but I'm not sure if it's worth it, because this way you can understand that lowest MA and lowest MA length is the same thing. Finally, the source. Yeah, so the source, this needs to be let me see. The source, which is here, should be shown as a tooltip. So let me fix this. Source by default is OHLC4. So default OHLC4. So this is price, which we compare to the current closing lines. Yeah, because otherwise I'm pretty sad that I cannot put this in a single line, but at the same time I say to myself, why do you want to do that? It's not worth it. Okay, let's try how it works finally, and then let's work with the rest of it. Okay, so now we can see how curricles and lines, now it's slick price which we compare to curricles and lines. Yeah, I should probably explain a bit more here what the hell is all of this, but you know, I don't know if it's needed. Okay, price seems to rebound. Let's add this and say query closing lines, input section improvement. Wait, I have 2 likes in YouTube. That's nice. Okay, so we need to improve more of these inputs. We need to improve. Where the hell are we? We need to improve RSI closing. Maybe this one we can try to squeeze in a single line, but I am not sure. The RSI length and source should be in the same line. This could be smaller, bigger, but I'm coming back in 5 minutes. Okay, so I am back. So yeah, so we were trying to polish these inputs. So we have curricles and lines, we have high MA 2020. Yeah, so Maybe we can improve this so that it's better understood. So this highest MA length is, the meaning is select the highest of the latest 5 high closing MA. Yeah, that's right. So select the highest of the latest 5 high closing MA values. That's all. This is what this is all about. And here we should have the same thing, but this is select the lowest of the latest 5 not high but low closing MA values. Low closing. Wait a minute, how do we call this? High MA. So latest 5 high MA, and here is low MA values. I mean, not 10, but yeah, okay. Let's see how this looks, and we will fix the latest commit. So here we have this, and now we can save this. Let's wait for this to reload with this little ghost. Needs to disappear and appear again. Okay, so what the hell do we have here? Reclosing line. So now we should have this explanation about using this thing or not. Okay. Yeah, so let's go and try to fix RSI closing. So RSI closing should be similar to RSI protection. So we should do the same thing here. That's it. So yeah, let's go. I mean, how much? We are almost there. We need like 3 more inputs to fix. So RSI closing should work like this. RSI protection, so you know that this is the RSI levels. So this is how the RSI is calculated. So we need to do the same thing here with RSI closing. Let's try and see if we can manage to do it the same way. So RSI closing, where are you? Oh, it's here. And by the way, have we saved all of this? No, we have not. So let me amend the last commit so that we have this saved here. And now let's work with let's work with all of this. So this, somewhere here we should have the RSI closing. So this is RSI closing inputs. Let's bookmark this. Okay, so on the top I'm going to find the RSI protection, so that risk management, RSI protection. Where the hell are you? RSI protection. Volatility enforce to all orders. RSI protection. Okay, so this, That way we can check the RSI protection on the top, and we can find what we want to do. So the first thing we want to do is copy and paste everything here. So this is 4 lines, so this is you enable or not, you enable or not. Okay, so this should be in a single paragraph, so that later on we know what we need to edit or not. Okay. If everything needs to be in the same line, we need a tooltip in the last one. So this is what we are going to do here. We are going to have a tooltip here. So as you can see, I have it twice. This one I'm going to remove it. But first, let's try to see. So by default, this is disabled, both of them. So this is nice because I don't have to change this. And then we need to understand what this is about. This is close when crossing under. So this is going to be close when crossing under 25. I mean 55. Where the hell are you? Close when crossing under 55. Nice. And then close when crossing over. Where the hell is this? Here it is. Close when crossing over 45. So these are the defaults. Okay. Yeah. So once we have done this, and we also need everything into the same line as it happens above. So first of all, let's overwrite all the inlines so that we have everything into a single line. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Then we don't need tooltips because the only tooltip that it's used, it's the one from the last line. So tooltip, yeah. And now we can get rid of everything here, almost. So this is RSI closing. So there's no need to explain anything else because this is RSI closing. So no need to say what this is about. We are only with a short and long, and that's it. Now the title is perfect. Okay, let's try and see if the first line is shown as we want to. So what we want to do here is we want this thing to be shown here. Now when it's going to update, I guess that yeah, I mean it's taken a lot to update here. Please. I mean, there are so much movement in TradingView that I guess that's why it takes so much. Okay, finally. Maybe it's because I have too many tabs. I should work on that too. So RSI closing, yeah, look at that. This is slick. So by default this is disabled, and close when crossing under 15, close when crossing over 15. So this is the RSI closing, and you don't need more stuff. So custom time frame, length and source, and then the auto level. So let's try to work on the rest of it. So custom time frame should be quite easy to fix. So instead of using use, it's just is just removing use. This is going to be tooltip, default, disabled, and then default 3 hours. Okay, that's it. So the rest of it, okay, wait a minute. We have 2 different lines here. So, okay, so this is on the same line, but the tooltip needs to be on the last one, which is the one here, because otherwise it's not shown at all. Custom time frame, and we no longer need to say false on 3 hours here. We just use it the tooltip, and that's it. Okay, then we have these auto levels. Which, wait a moment, let's try what we have so far, and then what the hell is this? Custom time frame, RSI, not, it's not this one. RSI closing, ADX protection. So here we have, okay, so now we have, where the hell are you? RSI closing. So we have custom time frame 3 hours, and we have the defaults here. RSI should be the same thing as we had above, and then we will play with these auto levels. So let's fix RSI so that it's in a single line. So RSI in a single line should be this paragraph here, and I should be able to check here what we did here. So this is in line RSI protection. Okay, so this is going to be RSI closing RSI. Nice. Length and source. So this is on the same line, and what we need is a tooltip so that we can have the full values on this tooltip. So yeah, and apparently it's the same thing. It's 14 and source, so there's no need to change anything. Okay, so we are done with this. And so this is the auto level, which is quite complex. So let's, I mean, have we removed the title here? RSI length, RSI source. Yeah, this should not have a title, and this should have RSI as a name, because you know what the RSI is. It's something here. Okay, so closing levels. Let's try to fix the closing levels. The auto levels, I mean. So these two are in single line, so that it's easier to understand. And yeah, where the hell I am. So we probably want an L auto level and remove all of this. and then an S auto level, because there's no way that we are going to put 3 columns, means 6 columns in the same row. So what we want to do is just having a tooltip at the end in order to remove this, and we should be fine. Let's see how we do it. So we want a tooltip at the end of this. So tooltip, let's try to define it properly here. So length and source, what the hell do we have here? So defaults is, so it's default enabled. Okay, so defaults, we are going to say enabled true, even if I am not used to do this. So enabled true, and then what you have is bars, auto bars, this is 15, and then you've got this look back bars, this is 42. And what the hell this is about? Well, I don't remember too well, but this is wait, this is an automatic level? Didn't I remove this from somewhere? I thought I had removed this. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully this is not running. Okay, so enable true, auto bars 55, look back bars 42. So I guess this needs some explanation later. And we also need to explain that L means long, because otherwise some people might not understand it. So this is auto level. So this is going to be auto. Yeah, auto level. That's right. Yeah, once we have done this, we should do the same thing down here. So let's copy and paste all of this in the latest widget of this line. So this should be tooltip short, means short, and auto bars is also 55, and look back bars is also 42, so no need to change anything. Now here we can say that we don't want anything here. So yeah, look at that. Let's try and see how this plays out on TradingView itself. Look at that. I am not sure it's going to rebound again on 22,800. Okay, let's see when this updates. Okay, so to all order RSI protection, what the hell are we? Here it is. We have the RSI closing. So auto bars F55, look bars 42, and here is the same thing. Enable true? Why? it's false by default. Let's fix this. So enable false and enable false, and that's it. So is there anything else? So RSI length 14, source close, got the custom time frame. How the hell did this work exactly? So we had the auto level 14. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm not going to explain it here. Okay, so now we're going to have, what the hell is this? RSI closing. RSI closing, input section improvement. Okay, so now, oh, look at that. It's rebounding here and it's a bit bigger than it was before. So maybe it's a good opportunity to open a long trade here. Or maybe not. This is not financial advice. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's try to fix more of these inputs so that we can end this part. We could explain, let's write down somewhere, so maybe we can say explain a bit better how RSA auto levels work in their own tooltips. Yeah, okay, ADX protection. Okay, ADX protection. Yeah, this is the same thing. Well, this is quite similar to what we had here, but here we have two values, so I'm not sure. No, this is not going to fill in the same place, so we don't need enable. So here we have two values from 20 to 30, then you've got the custom time frame, then you've got ADX length and smoothing, which should be in the same line, and that's it. And this is going worse than what I had predicted. This is why it was not a financial advice. Okay, so ADX protection. Look at that. Let's try to fix this. So we should have this in a single line with less than. Yeah. So once again, we should have label title so that we know what we are doing. So this is ADX protection. Okay, so we should have the long one and then the short one, and let's work on this one, which it's going to be. Okay, let's add a new one so that the tooltip, look at that. What the hell? Yeah, so we have it twice, but I want to remove it. So long, okay, enable false, and then we've got the data, which is minimum. It's going to be 20, and maximum it's going to be 30. And now we should wait a moment here, we need an N, and now we should explain what this is all about, which, so this is do not open a new order if do not open a new order if ADX is inside this range. Okay, so we need to do the same thing with the short one. So wait, less than, greater than, inside this 20-30 range. Yeah, probably this is the best way of explaining it. So we can remove this tooltip here. Let's try to copy and paste this to the short one, which is here. So do not open a new order if ADX is inside. Okay, it's exactly the same thing, and this affects the short. The false, this is false. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's remove everything that it's not needed here. So we don't need this tooltip. We do not need this tooltip. This tooltip is old. And yeah, I mean, ADX protection. What more do we need here? Yeah, so once we have done this, as we have ADX protection on the name, on the group, we can just remove everything and say that this is L. And this is going to be S. And that's it. So let's try so far what we have here. See if it looks good or not. Yeah. So ADX protection. Here you have the explanation. Do not open a new order if ADX is inside this 20-30 range. This is for long, and the defaults are that enable is false, minimum 20, maximum 20, well, maximum 30. The same thing should be here. And yeah, that's it. So custom time frame. So this is what the same thing we have above us. If so, here I should have tooltip. So default enable and default 3 hours. Where the hell is this? Here. I mean, not here, but here. So default enable, no, default disabled. And default 3 hours, yes, that's true. So this is going to be custom time frame for the ADX protection. It's going to be in the same line as this one here. And yeah. So here we have the length about, I mean the one about the ADX. So this is going to be in single line, this is going to be ADX protection ADX. So this is what this is about. This is the ADX, okay? Single line, and yeah, so now we should add tooltip, which we are going to put on the last of the options of the line. Okay, and so this is single line. Okay, so default, so this is going to be defaults, and now I'm going to have here length 14 and smoothing 14, which I mean, yeah. Okay, let's try and see if everything looks right, and we will have this thing perfect. Thank you for the subscription, YouTube Supaket Wong Kampu, which sounds as Indian, but I am not sure what it is. Okay, so yeah, let's see how this looks like. Yeah, I have forgotten of removing this. So defaults, length and smoothing. Save all. Okay, so this title needs to be ADX. I mean, this title needs to be ADX, and here we don't need any title. And then this means that this is going to show perfect now, assuming this is not anything wrong. Okay, maybe I can write this on the chat of YouTube too. Oh my god, this is going down too fast. Okay, so now we have ADX protection and we have the length and the smoothing. Yeah, look at that, ADX protection. Okay, let's save the current changes here. Look at that. So this is going to be ADX protection, input section improvement. Okay, so the mask needs to be at the end, and this is something that it's related to strategies. So it should be here, but I am not sure if I want. The question is, do we have strategy? Look back minimum. Okay, let's move this down. Let's move this in below the strategy inputs, which are somewhere here. So here we can have sub strategy inputs, I think, strategies input, because I think it's big enough to have their own section. So super strategies, we need a group here with, so this is going to be sub strategies group. This is going to be super strategies. I mean, right now it's going to be the same thing for both of them. Okay, so we've got look back and minimum. So this is going to be look back and minimum. Okay, which by default is 1. So this is, we're going to have here tooltip. Okay, so tooltip defaults, and here we're going to have look back 1 and minimum 1. Okay, and then we can have an explanation here about what this is all about. So take a look at the one latest candles, and then if a minimum of one super strategy is true, triggers to open a trade. And then if a minimum of one is then open the trade. That's what all of this means. So I'm not sure how this is going to look like. But we are going to check, see what we have around here. I should probably move this. Well, I don't care. First move it and then modify it, but I don't think it's worth it to have two different commits. Okay, so now what the hell we have here? Super strategy look back minimum. So here the explanation: look back 1, minimum 1. By the way, here there isn't a space for the minimum. We don't need any space here. Otherwise, this does not look right. So here the explanation: take a look at the one latest candles, and then if a minimum of one super strategy triggers to open a trade, then open the trade. Yeah, that's right. You have the strategy, super strategies. So by default it's only one super strategy and you look back only once. So look at that, it seems that we have ended here. I mean default 2, default 3. Yeah, so we are almost done here. I mean, we are all done. I mean, a lot of stuff can be done. But how much? 1 hour. Okay. We might go on a bit more. Yeah. Okay, let's save what we have done so far, which is sub strategies input section, strategies input section improvement. So now I'm going to make a version so that this is working properly. You know what I mean? So we have milestone down here. So let's release this. So this is 819 and this is 819 everywhere. That's it. That's it. So now I can say that I bumped the version to 819 and that I can tag this 819 and 819 and I can push everything here. So this is nice, I guess. Yeah, so now we should be able to find this here, which I will write down to so that I can publish this on the YouTube video description, because I am not sure if I can use this on what's the name here. Here we have 18, so I'm not sure I can do this on TradingView, so let's do it here right now. Okay, yeah, let's take a look and see what more do we have to do here. So this is done, and then the folds start in their own line. Yeah. This explanation, then documentation, and so on. So maybe we can do this thing about the enters and end the stream. But first of all, we need 5 minutes, please. Okay, so we are going to try to polish this enter stuff here, okay? So we need to know where the hell do we have all of these default values. I don't know. Okay, so the first thing I want to check is if we have anything to save. No, we have not anything to save. So here, maybe thanks to the UI, I can check whatever needs to be fixed. Enable our message. Oh, look at that. Here there is no default hybrid. What about, yeah, default futures? Enable alerts. So this is going to be default enabled. So this needs to be fixed. Enable alert message, default enabled. That's it. Enable alerts. This is going to be alerts or alert message. What the hell have we done here? Alert message. So now it's enable alert message for Zignaly. Yeah, okay. So what more do we have here? Change type futures, leverage 1. Yeah, this could be in the same line as this one here. Maybe not. Anyway, now this should be, this is alert messages. Alert message. Default reverse. So strategy, here you have some defaults. Here we need some enters so that this is perfect. Where the hell is this? So strategy tooltip here. So this is an example. Let's make an enter here. Then let's explain everything. Short. So default for long. Default for S. Strict mode. So this is enable, disable. So let's say disabled here instead of false. And this is also disabled. Yeah. Default enable starts at same thing here. For disable ends at. Okay, let's damn it. Oh my god, it removes all the bookmarks. I hate this when it happens. Oh my god, this is going up. Apparently it's going up. So I wonder if it's a good time to go along here. Okay, so now let's take a look. So other message. Here we have some explanations. Now everything is nice, different lines. So yeah. Take profit. So take profit does not have the enters. So let's try to fix this so that it's nicely read here. So default disable and default 1, 2. So I guess that everything that has default on it is going to have the same problem, more or less. So we might just do this and search for them, like this one here. Why do we have this was not right, but at the same time it was not a problem. Default disabled, default 1, 2, and default. So what we do right now is we have defaults, and we can say something like enable false, okay, and then we can say trigger at 1, 2, and the other default is percentage offset. Yeah, percentage offset. Yeah, that's right. And the way we do this is like this. So a stop loss should be something similar. Look at that. So this is default. Now we say enable true. Default. This is stop loss 7%. Okay, what more do we have around here? So default ATR, default disabled. Okay, I mean we can put an enter here so that it's easier to read. Yeah, so default disabled, break even. If there is another explanation. Wait a moment. Here, this is twice. Default disabled. So use a custom colored break even instead of default one. Default is disabled. Nice. What more do we have here related to default? Yeah, we need to purpose. So here you have an enter. This is another one. Okay, look at that, default. Yeah, but this is, we already have the enter here. How much of per capital, something something. It works only there. And default is this one here. Let's find more default values to see if we can. Okay, then the rest of it are defaults, probably with their own enters. Default disable, we have an enter, we have an enter. We don't need any space here. Default to. Yeah, I think we are fine. Let's see what we got. Let's see if now everything looks fine on the tooltips. Okay, so what the hell do we have here? Let's take a look at all of the tooltips just in case we see something that it's not right, that it's obviously wrong. Let's try default. ATR. Okay. So far what I see is that everything is perfect. So we have the risk management, we have the ATR, so everything seems to be perfect. Yeah. Okay, so far I don't see any problem with these inputs, tooltips. Let's see the last ones. Okay, so I think we are done for today, for this video at least. So this is going to be something like overall input section improvement. So now we should be able to bump the version once again. So this is 820. Okay, and this is going to be 820 and 820. Nice. So let's save this new version, and yeah. So let's bump the new version so that this is 20. Let's add attack. Nice. Let's push this so that we can put this one on the YouTube video. Where the hell do we have the YouTube video? I don't know. I mean the URL. Okay, so the URL should be here. Now we should see 820. That's right. Let's copy this so that I can update the YouTube video. Yeah. Okay, where the hell is this? Here. So these are the two ones we have here. Okay, so I think we are done for today. So the next thing that we need to do is maybe this explanation, although I'm not sure if I'm going to do it. Then it's everything about the published documentation. That means that everything that you look here, so the settings, capital, what can you use, what can you not use, etc. This needs to be rewritten so that it matches the inputs, the same inputs ordered, because this is quite old. And yeah, and there's also the alerts tab and so on that needs to be updated in order to work with the new entry point for profit sharing 2.0. And more stuff needs to be changed, like the message here. No, okay, the message is right. All of this comment here needs to be rewritten so that it's a bit more smaller, and you know. Okay, so that's it. So thank you for being here and listening to me making so many changes here. Thank you very much. Bye.